Hey, what's going on, Facebook? Good morning. Good morning. This is Eddie Harvey here. Hey, man, and I want to talk to you all today. Sorry, stretching a little bit. I want to talk to you all today about uh, something we all are familiar with, which is the comfort zone. Our comfort zones, we all have one, and our comfort zones, staying comfortable, is only delaying uh, and compounding what's inevitable. And what am I talking about? The fact that the only way we're ever going to accomplish things that we truly want to accomplish, to truly get over hurdles and to get to a place in our lives where we truly want to be at, is that we have to break free and separate from our comfort zone. And I look at the comfort zone as a place where our insecurities, it's just a place that houses our own insecurities, right? Things like fear, self-doubt, worried about what other people think about what we're worried about, what other people think about what we're doing, what we're saying. Just constantly that thing creeping in your head, saying that you can't do something, or, just thinking you're not good enough to do whatever. Or if it's something that you need to do, the comfort zone houses all of those things, just houses insecurities. And hey, good morning, Gail. And, when you look at the comfort zone, it's a place, like I said, that just houses our insecurities. Because why? It's like, look at, if you ever seen, what is it, Charlie Brown, the Peanuts, and Lionel. Lionel always had that security blanket. That was his blanket to keep him comfortable, because he was insecure about certain things about himself, right? And there's no difference with us as human beings. It's like, we know certain things we need to do, but we shy away from it, and we just don't do it. We don't toe that line. We don't put ourselves out there and get uncomfortable, because that's not something we want to do. So we decide to stay in our house, in our comfort zone, inside our own little box, and just let the world keep passing us by, letting success pass us by, letting goals we know we need to accomplish pass us by. So it's only delaying the inevitable, because guess what? If you're in a certain profession, if you're running a business, or if there's certain things you want to get done in life, you got to get up out of that comfort zone. And once you open those doors of the comfort zone, all of that stuff is going to be right there waiting for you, one by one. You're going to have fear, self-doubt, insecurity. All of the insecurities that you have, they're going to be there. But guess what? You can't do anything about them. It's a natural human emotion. It's part of it. Why is that? It's because, Gail, because, like I said, the insecurities that we have within ourselves, of fear, of self-doubt, of not thinking we're good enough. It's in our subconscious. All right, so I had a call mess up my live. Sorry about that. These are all of the things that we put upon ourselves. These are all self-inflicted things. And yeah, they are real, but it's with anything. Once you start doing something, you realize, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It wasn't as scary. I was able to do it. And guess what? When you do it, you start getting more comfortable doing the things that you need to be uncomfortable with doing. So it's just that the only way you are going to do it, because like I said, is delaying the inevitable of what's to come. If it's something you want to accomplish, this is your hurdle. If you got to make phone calls to be successful in your business, if you got to make them, if you're going to keep shying away from them, say, oh, no, I'm not going to, I'll call people tomorrow. You know what? I'll call them next week. Man, it's too long. I waited too long to call them. Okay, I'll wait till I get some more leads, whatever. Now I'll call these people next time. I'm going to start calling people on the first of the month. You're just making it even worse on yourself. You're delaying the inevitable. If calling people and getting people on the phone is a direct correlation to you being able to succeed in your business. If you keep delaying it and you keep putting it off, you're just going to keep compounding that fear that you have, and also compounding the fact that it's going to take you longer to start learning and mastering that skill set, versus saying, you know what, the hell with it. I'm just going to pick up the phone. I'm going to start calling people, as they say, feel the fear and do it anyway. If and then once you start getting on the phone, once you start picking up the phone and calling folks, it's going to be some rough days. You're going to have some rough calls, but guess what? It's going to start getting easier. You're going to start getting better. It's like with anything you do, it's a process. And once you do it and you step out there, you're going to get better at it. Excuses are easy to make. Absolutely. Like they say, you can come up with 1,000 reasons why you shouldn't do something, 1,000 excuses, but all you need is one solid reason to know that you need to be doing it. And we all know we have things that we have to do. We all know that there are things that make our gut churn and say, oh man, this is uncomfortable. I don't, get goosebumps. I'm not comfortable with doing that. But that's because it's cold outside of those doors of the comfort zone. The comfort zone is warm. It feels good in there. You don't have to deal with no negativity. You don't have to deal with no adversity. You don't have to deal with the what ifs. It's just your place for you to relax and say, all right, I can put my hands back. This is cool. This is good. But ain't nothing in there. It's false. It's like, okay, you're where you're at, and you can stay in that comfort zone forever. Time will pass you by, and you'll look up. It's 3 months, 6 months, a year later, and you're still stuck in your comfort zone. But versus had you made the decision to say, you know what, I'm stepping outside of these doors. I know it's cold out here. I know it's gonna be uncomfortable. I know that challenges are gonna be there. They're waiting for me, but I gotta face them anyway. I gotta face these challenges. Do the thing and you should have the power. I learned that from a gentleman by the name of George Zaleki, who's just a phenomenal speaker. This guy's a network marketing legend. And he always said, do the thing and you shall have the power. And that's how we empower ourselves. That's how we let go of those insecurities. That's how we let go of that fear, which is false evidence appearing real. That's what I learned the acronym of fear is, which we let go of that self-doubt, which who gives a damn about what other people think about you, right? No one's not taking care of you. No one's not writing your check. No one's not doing things for you. You shouldn't pretty much value their opinion anyway if it's not adding value to their lives. If they're just there to criticize and critique you and say negative things about what you're doing, then how much of a valuable asset are they to you? So it don't matter, So just like with something like Facebook Live, I know for people the fear of public speaking, which I learned in college, was even more so feared than dying. But I've never had a problem with public speaking. But for some people, that's a problem. And even doing a Facebook Live is almost kind of like public speaking because there is no do-overs. Once you live, you live. But you do the thing, you should have the power. Feel that fear, do it anyway. And that's how you start empowering yourself, by becoming uncomfortable. And, it allows you to open up and now start to master all of those things and push away all of those things that we had in our subconscious mind that was pretty much falsely holding us back. This was just the comfort zone pulling us back in. And but you got to break free of that. Once you break free of that and step out, there's nothing you can't accomplish. But all of your success lies outside of the comfort zone. My success, everybody else's success, if you look at anyone who's been successful, they'll tell you they had to get uncomfortable. You got to get uncomfortable. You got to be willing to do something you've never done before and then do it consistently. So like I said, if your success can lie upon, going out to network and meet with people every week, but you're not comfortable with it, but you still got to do it anyway. I take my wife, for example. My wife, she works, in corporate America. She's in the restaurant industry. And my wife is by nature an introverted person. She does not like, her comfort zone is here in our home around just her family. She likes to be in a room, and that's her comfort zone. She doesn't like to go out to social functions and succeed. But guess what my wife has done? She's overcome that. And now she's a manager on her way to being a director. So she part of her job is she has to get on the phone with people every single day. She has to network with people. These are the things she has to do. And my wife just did, which I was very proud of her. And she bought about 4 or 5 books on leadership from John Maxwell. Her manager gave her one, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, which is a book I needed to buy again, and I don't need to, and I'm reading it right now because she got it. But she just literally bought about 4 or 5 different books on, improving herself to develop her leadership skills. And she puts herself out there to get uncomfortable, to go talk to people, network with people, do the things that she's not comfortable doing. But guess what it's doing? It's allowing her to grow and excel and advance her career. So that's just a prime example of she knows she has to get uncomfortable if she wants to continue to grow and grow up in her corporate career. So for us that are, as home business owners, for us that are what are essential to our success, picking up the phone, talking to people. If you're on Facebook, networking with people, doing Facebook Lives, answering questions, providing good customer service, being able to do these things just to communicate whatever it is in your respective business, the things that make you the most uncomfortable, that pretty much means that's what you need to be doing, because a lot of your success more than likely hinges upon you doing that thing that is uncomfortable. So that's what I have for you guys today. Just get uncomfortable. As George Zaleki said, do the thing and you shall have the power. It's as simple as that. open up those doors of the comfort zone, step outside of the comfort zone. It's going to be uncomfortable, cold, chilly. It's going to be a little rough out there. But once you get going, man, and start on that journey of just facing fear, punch fear in the face and doing the things you need to do, you will start to grow and develop and excel in your business and shed and break away from the consistency, the plateaus that you're at, and take your business to new and better heights. So it's proven. You can look at any successful person across the board and they'll tell you this. And so instead of being comfortable and fighting against what they're telling you, just go with the flow. If you want to be successful, this is what leaders got to do. So that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you so much, Gail. I'm glad you got some value from it. I always appreciate you hopping on my lives. I look forward to, I gotta check and see what you're doing in your lives so I can check you out. But I truly appreciate you, and I value you for checking me out. So guys, if you want to connect with me and learn more about me, you can just head over to my blog at eddieLharvey.com. So a lot of good content, some free marketing strategies, tips, and techniques are over there as well. But with that being said, guys, you all have a phenomenal day. Thank you, Gail, for the thumbs up, and go out there and rock it out, guys. All right, I will talk to you all later. Take care.